Ben Affleck was the best Batman. That's maybe what I would say if things were just a little bit different. I think him and Andrew Garfield's Spider Man have a lot of things in common, or are in the same boat, because both of them are kind of castings and just their movies or where they appeared in. I feel like it just could have been way better if things were different. Pretty much just wasted potential. But if there's one thing I can't deny, and this is something I gave or give the DCEU a lot of credit for, or gave the DCEU a lot of credit for, is their suit designs are actually really good. Despite what most people might think, unlike Marvel MCUs with overabundance of lines, over designing, adding needless lines, over designing costumes, and doing all of that, the DCU actually tries to adapt a lot of stuff from the books or comics, and they try to do it accurately while also making it look realistic, which I like. I like how we get to see Batman in tights, Superman in tights, Wonder Woman wears Amazonian armor. But even though I think Ben Affleck's Batman, same with the entire universe, was wasted potential, just because of the lack of direction or good direction. I don't know what Zack Snyder was cooking up when he was directing or what his original plan was with having Batman v Superman. Whatever happened with that movie, I really don't know. Because when I first watched that movie as a kid, I actually really liked it. I thought it was fun. But the older and older I got, which I'm not even that old, FYI, but it just made me realize that the movie just is not that good. And it angers me. It's the same way how I feel about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It angers me because there's so many aspects, such as Ben Affleck's Batman, which I feel like could have been a generational casting, generational performance, up there with RDJ and any other, iconic character casting you can name. But over here, it's just so bad. Easily the best thing I can say or give Ben Affleck's Batman, I already talked about it, but the suit is amazing. There's only two things I don't like about the suit, such as I don't like the shorter ears. I think it makes him look a little weird. And I also don't like the lack of having white eyes. I know most people are gonna be like, oh, it doesn't look realistic, but hey, look at Wolverine. If they can make it work there, I'm pretty sure they can make it work here as well. And other than that, I'm not a fan of the way they changed Batman's character. A massive part of Batman is that he doesn't kill. And this Batman, or Ben Affleck his Batman, was originally I'm pretty sure they said it was inspired by Batman Returns or The Dark Knight Returns, like that comic book where I haven't read it, but I've seen the movie where Batman fights Superman, yada yada yada. But in that movie, Batman says himself that he doesn't use guns and that guns are the weapons of cowards. So seeing this Batman use guns and fight differently, and the way he portrays Batman just doesn't work for me. Especially Batman killing people. It's just like it's going completely against the character, and it sucks because, like I said, seeing him in that costume, seeing certain fight scenes, seeing an actual Batman in a fantastical setting instead of a grounded setting. Granted, I don't think grounded Batman is bad, but we've had so many grounded adaptations. So actually seeing a Batman, instead of fighting, the typical Riddler, Two-Face, he's actually fighting like big villains like Doomsday. I think that's cool. But if I'm being honest, while I see the potential, the universe never really had that much hope. I mean, come on, bro. They killed Superman off in like the second movie in that verse, without any build up or character. It's like they were just trying to rush character arcs. I heard Zack Snyder originally he wanted to make like 3 Justice League movies without having any build up, and you don't need, like I keep saying in some of my videos, you don't need to copy the MCU's format by having separate standalone movies and then eventually leading into a bigger project. You don't need that. But introducing like Flash without a movie or without anything, or not introducing these characters correctly and mischaracterizing them and making them kind of this lame, weird version, unlike the comic book versions, which are superior, in my opinion, it sucks. And especially when I look at stuff from the universe, because I genuinely think, I'm not one of those Snyder bros, but I think there was potential here. Oh yeah, also, can we stop giving Batman like the overly serious, like almost it hurts your throat to copy type voice? I don't think Batman needs that. Just make him sound like a regular human, but make him sound serious, of course. Like he has a deep voice, but he doesn't need to sound like raw, you know? And yeah, that's kind of just my complaints. And I think Ben Affleck's Batman was doomed from the start because, like I said, him killing people is just, it goes completely against Batman as a character. And I saw this interview once where Zack Snyder was talking about like,
so in Dark Knight Returns, there's a scene where, and I copied it kind of in Batman vs Superman, where he grabs the M60, he busts through the wall, and he grabs the M60, and he's like, the guy's like, in the comic book, he's like got this kid, the mutant has this kid with a gun to his head, and he's like, I'll kill him, I swear I'll do it. And Batman says, I believe you. And he shoots him straight in the head, because it's like a no-win scenario. It's like, they would say, don't do that to Batman. Don't put him in a no-win situation, because we don't want to see him lose. Like, we can't see him lose. He has to maintain this godlike status. And that's what the cool thing about Frank Miller. Frank Miller said, fuck it. I want to see who this guy like if a guy, so you're saying to me that I've got a gun to this kid's head, you're Batman. There's no move. There's no trick. There's no throw.